Welcome to my channel. This is the first video, and I'm so excited to have you here in this space dedicated to the health and well-being of older adults. Here, we'll be exploring tips and secrets to living a long, healthy life. Have you ever wondered what truly determines how long you'll live? What if I told you that the secret to your longevity isn't buried in complicated tests or hidden in your family history, but in the simple things you do every day? It's in the way you walk, the strength of your grip, how well you balance yourself, and even the quality of your sleep. Today, we're diving into 7 surprising yet powerful signs that predict your life expectancy after 70, signs that are easy to track and even easier to improve. These aren't just medical facts, they're lifestyle clues that could change the way you age. So, make sure to subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for tips that could shape your future and longevity. Sign 1, walking speed. What if I told you that one of the most accurate indicators of how long you'll live isn't in a blood test or your family history, but in the sound of your footsteps? Yes. The way you walk, your pace, your balance, your strength, can whisper secrets about your longevity long before any disease shows its face. As strange as it may sound, walking speed is now regarded as a vital sign for older adults, right alongside blood pressure and heart rate. It tells us how well your body is functioning as a whole. Let me tell you about a patient of mine named Joseph. He was 82, and every morning at 6:30, rain or shine, he walked 2 blocks to his favorite bakery. His pace, steady, brisk, confident, he reminded me of someone 20 years younger. One day, another patient, Mr. Ellis, also 82, came in for a checkup. Same age as Joseph, but very different presence. He shuffled in, took long pauses between steps, needed help sitting down. On paper, their medical records were similar, but I knew immediately Joseph had years ahead of him. Ellis was on borrowed time, so why does walking speed matter so much? Let's look at the science. According to a landmark study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, JAMA, each 0.1 meter per second increase in walking speed is linked to a 12% reduction in mortality risk among older adults. Why? Because walking isn't just walking. It reflects multiple body systems at once: muscular strength, joint health, cardiovascular efficiency, balance and coordination, neurological integrity. When your walking slows, it may mean your muscles are weakening, your heart isn't pumping efficiently, or your brain is processing signals more slowly. Think of your legs as the lifeline of independence. If your legs lose strength, everything becomes harder. Getting out of bed, climbing stairs, even going to the store for milk. And worse, slower walkers tend to fall more. And as you may know, a fall after 70 can be catastrophic. Now, this isn't meant to scare you, it's meant to awaken you. Because the good news is, walking speed is something you can actively improve. Simple ways to improve walking speed and leg strength: 1, walk every day, even if it's just 10 minutes. 2, practice standing heel raises. They strengthen your calves and balance. 3, use light ankle weights during walks, builds muscle gradually. 4, set goals, walk to a bench, then walk farther tomorrow. And most importantly, walk like you mean it. Don't shuffle, lift your knees, swing your arms. Be present in your stride. Here's a little exercise you can do today. Find a safe hallway or sidewalk. Time yourself walking 10 meters, about 33 feet, if you're walking slower than 0. 8 meters per second, that's about 2 6-feet second. It may be time to focus more on strength and mobility. Not because you're failing, but because your body is asking for help. One of my favorite studies tracked older adults over 5 years. They found that those with the slowest walking speeds had nearly triple the risk of hospitalization. And here's something humbling: fast walkers weren't just stronger. They also had better memory scores, lower blood pressure, and even fewer depressive symptoms. It's like the body and the brain move in harmony, and walking fast keeps both in rhythm. I once asked a 90-year-old woman, Mrs. Evelyn, how she managed to stay so sharp. She said, "I never stopped walking. I walk when I'm sad. I walk when I'm tired. I walk when I don't know what else to do." Maybe that's the secret: movement, forward momentum. Not just in body, but in spirit. So here's your first sign of how long you'll live after 70. Check your walking speed. Is it steady, confident, or have you noticed yourself slowing down, needing rest, or avoiding stairs? Don't ignore it. because sometimes the way you walk today tells the story of how you'll live tomorrow. Sign 2, grip strength. You've probably heard the saying, a firm handshake is a sign of confidence and strength. But what if I told you that your handshake could also be a sign of how long you'll live? Believe it or not, grip strength is one of the clearest and earliest indicators of your overall health and longevity. And if you think it's a small detail, think again. A study from Harvard University found that grip strength is directly linked to muscle health, cardiovascular performance, and even brain function in older adults. Why does grip strength matter so much? Grip strength is a reflection of your muscle health and nervous system. A strong grip signals good circulation, strong muscles, and a healthy, functioning nervous system. On the other hand, a weak grip can indicate muscle loss, frailty, and even a higher risk of health complications. Let me tell you about one of my patients, Robert, a 78-year-old man who always prided himself on his firm handshake. He was active, did light weightlifting, and had no trouble opening jars or carrying groceries. Then there's Walter, also 78, who noticed that simple tasks like twisting the cap off a bottle or holding onto a heavy bag felt harder than they used to. He brushed it off as just part of aging, but little did he know, his weakening grip was a sign of muscle loss, which could increase his risk of falls, injuries, and even shorten his life expectancy. Grip strength is more than just about your hands. It reflects the overall health of your body. A weak grip is a warning sign that your muscle mass is decreasing, which can affect everything from your balance to your independence and energy levels. How to improve grip strength? 1. Squeeze a tennis ball, hold it for 10-15 seconds, relax, and repeat for 10-15 times. 2. Use hand grippers. These devices are designed specifically to strengthen your grip. 3. Carry light weights. Perform exercises where you carry weights to build strength in your hands and forearms. 4. Include more protein and vitamin D in your diet. These nutrients are essential for maintaining muscle strength. A study published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society found that grip strength is a reliable indicator of overall muscle health and is linked to a longer, healthier life. The stronger your grip, the more likely you are to live longer and healthier. So, here's the second sign of how long you'll live after 70. Check your grip strength. If you notice that your handshake is weaker than before, or simple daily tasks are becoming harder to do, don't ignore it. It might be a sign that your body needs more care and attention. Sign 3, balance. Balance isn't something most people think about until they start losing it. Yet, your ability to stand on one leg for at least 10 seconds could be one of the strongest predictors of how long you'll live. Why? Because balance is more than just physical. It's a reflection of your overall muscle strength, coordination, and brain function. As we age, our muscles weaken, and our nervous system slows down, which is why balance problems often appear in the later years. Why is balance so important? Researchers have found that people who struggle with balance are more likely to experience falls, injuries, and even cognitive decline. On the other hand, those who can maintain good balance into their 70s and beyond tend to live longer and healthier lives. Imagine 2 women, Carol and Nancy. Both are in their early 70s. Carol has always been active. She walks daily, does yoga, and can easily lift 1 foot off the ground for several seconds without wobbling. Nancy, on the other hand, hasn't paid much attention to her balance over the years. When she tries to stand on one leg, she immediately starts tipping over, needing to grab something to steady herself. What Nancy doesn't realize is that losing balance isn't just an inconvenience. It's a warning sign that her coordination, muscle strength, and even brain function may be declining. Good balance depends on strong legs, a sharp nervous system, and a healthy brain. Balance problems are often one of the first indicators that something is wrong with your body. If you notice yourself stumbling more often, feeling unsteady when turning quickly, or needing to hold onto walls or furniture for support, it's time to take action. The science behind balance and longevity. When we lose balance, our risk of falling increases significantly. In fact, falls are one of the leading causes of injury in older adults. A study in The Lancet showed that people with poor balance are at a higher risk of hip fractures, which can lead to long-term health issues or even a shorter lifespan. But the good news is, balance can be improved. How to improve your balance? 1. Practice standing on one leg. Start by holding onto a chair or wall, then gradually let go as your balance improves. Aim to hold for at least 10 seconds on each leg. 2. Heel-to-toe walking. This simple exercise strengthens your legs and improves coordination. Walk in a straight line, placing the heel of one foot directly in front of the toes of the other. 3. Tai Chi or yoga. These gentle exercises are perfect for improving balance and flexibility, especially as we age. 4. Strengthen your legs. Doing squats or leg raises can help maintain your leg muscles, which are essential for balance. Test your balance now. Stand up and lift one foot off the ground. Can you hold it for 10 seconds without wobbling? If not, don't panic. Start practicing small balance exercises every day and you'll see improvement. So, here's the third sign of how long you'll live after 70. Check your balance. Can you stand on one leg for 10 seconds without feeling unsteady? If not, it's time to pay attention to your coordination and take action. Improving your balance today can help ensure that you stay steady and strong in the years ahead. Sign 4. Sleeping patterns. Sleep is something we often take for granted until we start having trouble with it. But did you know that how well you sleep can say a lot about how long you might live? As we age, our sleep patterns change. We might find ourselves waking up more frequently during the night or feeling tired even after a full night's sleep. The truth is, sleep quality is one of the most reliable indicators of overall health, especially as we get older. Why does sleep matter for longevity? Sleep is when your body does its most important repair work. It strengthens your immune system, helps your muscles recover, and even clears toxins from your brain. Studies have shown that people who maintain consistent high-quality sleep into their 70s and beyond are less likely to experience cognitive decline, heart disease, and other age-related health issues. Think about 2 men. Henry and Bill, both are in their mid-70s. Henry has a steady bedtime, sleeps around 7 hours each night, and wakes up feeling refreshed. Bill, on the other hand, has restless nights, tossing and turning, waking up multiple times, and struggling to fall asleep. Over time, Henry's body functions well, his mind stays sharp, and his energy levels remain steady. But Bill starts to experience brain fog, daytime fatigue, and even changes in his blood pressure, all linked to poor sleep quality. The science behind sleep and longevity. A study from the Sleep Research Society found that older adults who sleep poorly are at a higher risk for conditions like heart disease, diabetes, and even dementia. Poor sleep can trigger chronic inflammation in the body, which has been linked to almost every major age-related disease. But don't worry, the good news is sleep quality can be improved. How to improve sleep quality? 1. Stick to a consistent bedtime. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day helps regulate your body's internal clock. 2. Limit screen time before bed. Avoid bright screens, phones, computers, etc. At least 30 minutes before you sleep, as the blue light can disrupt your sleep cycle. 3. Reduce caffeine and heavy meals in the evening. Avoid drinking caffeine or eating large meals close to bedtime, as they can interfere with your ability to fall asleep. 4. Create a sleep-friendly environment. Make sure your bedroom is dark, quiet, and cool to encourage deeper sleep. Test your sleep now. Think about your sleep habits. Do you wake up frequently during the night? Do you feel tired even after a full night of sleep? If so, it's time to focus on improving your sleep quality. The simple steps above can make a world of difference. So, here's the 4th sign of how long you'll live after 70. Check your sleep quality. Do you wake up refreshed, or do you find yourself waking up tired and sluggish? Poor sleep is a warning sign that your body might not be getting the rest it needs to repair and rejuvenate. Focus on your sleep habits now to stay healthy and energized in the years ahead. Sign 5. Appetite and eating habits. What's on your plate? The way you eat after 70 can actually be one of the strongest predictors of how long you might live. As we age, our metabolism slows down, and our appetite can change. But did you know that a healthy appetite and eating habits are directly linked to longevity? If you're consistently hungry for nutritious foods, your body is receiving the fuel it needs to stay strong and energized. But when that appetite starts to fade, it can signal something deeper. It's not just about losing interest in food. It could be a sign that your body isn't absorbing nutrients properly, which could lead to muscle weakness, slower metabolism, and even a weakened immune system. Why does appetite matter for longevity? A balanced diet helps to maintain muscle mass, boost energy levels, and keep your immune system strong. If you're eating well, your body will have the nutrients it needs to repair itself and fight off illness. But when you lose your appetite or start relying on processed foods, your body can suffer. Poor eating habits can lead to muscle loss, fatigue, and even cognitive decline. Consider two women, Margaret and Susan. Both are 74 years old. Margaret enjoys her meals, eats a variety of fresh whole foods, and maintains a steady weight. She looks forward to preparing her own meals and feels energized throughout the day. Susan, however, has noticed that she just isn't as hungry as she used to be. She skips meals, relies on processed foods, and has unintentionally lost weight over the past year. She thinks it's just part of getting older, but in reality, her declining appetite is a sign that her body isn't getting the nutrients it needs to stay healthy. The science behind appetite and longevity. When we eat too little, our bodies begin to break down muscle mass for energy. This leads to frailty, weakness, and a higher risk of falls and illness. A reduced appetite in older adults is often linked to digestive issues, hormonal changes, or even early signs of cognitive decline. If you've noticed a loss of appetite or significant changes in your eating habits, it's important to take action early. A well-balanced diet full of whole foods, like fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats, will help you maintain strength and vitality. How to improve your appetite and eating habits. 1. Eat nutrient-dense foods. Focus on meals rich in protein, fiber, and healthy fats to keep your muscles strong and your metabolism active. 2. Snack often. If large meals are unappealing, try smaller, more frequent meals throughout the day to keep your energy up. 3. Stay hydrated. Dehydration can sometimes cause a lack of appetite, so make sure you're drinking enough fluids. 4. Cook your own meals. Preparing food yourself can make mealtime more enjoyable and encourage you to eat more balanced meals. 5. Consider supplements. If you struggle to get enough nutrition from food alone, consider a multivitamin or other supplements as recommended by your doctor. Test your eating habits now. Are you still enjoying meals, or do you often feel too full, too quickly, or uninterested in eating? If you're losing weight unintentionally or finding it hard to eat balanced meals, it's time to focus on improving your nutrition. So, here's the 5th sign of how long you'll live after 70. Check your appetite. Are you eating enough? Are you getting the nutrients your body needs? If your appetite is dwindling, or if you've noticed significant weight loss, it's time to pay attention and take action to improve your eating habits. Sign 6. Stress management. How do you handle stress? In your 70s and beyond, how you cope with stress can make all the difference in your longevity. Stress isn't just a mental burden, it's a physical one too. Chronic stress triggers inflammation, weakens your immune system, and even accelerates the aging process. But the good news is that how you manage stress is within your control, and it can significantly impact how long and how well you live. Why does stress management matter for longevity? Chronic stress has been linked to an array of serious health problems, including heart disease, diabetes, and neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. When you're stressed, your body releases cortisol, the stress hormone, which, if elevated for long periods, can damage tissues, raise blood pressure, and weaken your body's defenses. On the other hand, people who handle stress well tend to live longer, healthier lives. They're better able to maintain a calm, steady approach when life throws challenges their way, and this resilience helps them manage physical and emotional health better. Let's take two men, John and Richard. Both are 76 years old. John faces challenges just like anyone else: unexpected expenses, health scares, family issues. But he has learned to handle these stresses with a calm, steady approach. He practices deep breathing, stays socially engaged, and doesn't dwell on problems longer than necessary. Richard, however, holds on to stress. He constantly worries about things beyond his control, feels overwhelmed by small frustrations, and often gets stuck in negative thought patterns. Over time, this constant stress wears on his body. His blood pressure rises, his sleep suffers, and his energy levels drop. The science behind stress and longevity. Chronic stress triggers a cascade of negative effects in your body, leading to inflammation. Studies have shown that inflammation is linked to nearly every major age-related disease, from Alzheimer's to heart disease. The more stress you experience without relief, the faster your body ages, and the more likely you are to experience health problems earlier. But when you manage stress effectively, your body remains more resilient. Stress management techniques like meditation, exercise, and social connection can help you stay sharp, reduce inflammation, and lower your risk for major diseases. How to manage stress for a longer, healthier life. 1. Practice mindfulness and meditation. Regular meditation has been proven to reduce stress and lower blood pressure. Even 5 minutes a day can make a big difference. 2. Exercise regularly. Physical activity helps reduce the levels of stress hormones and releases endorphins, the body's natural, feel-good chemicals. 3. Stay socially connected, talk to friends, spend time with family, or join a group that shares your interests. Human connection is a powerful stress reliever. 4. Prioritize sleep. Lack of sleep can heighten stress, so make sure you're getting enough rest. 5. Engage in hobbies. Doing something you love, whether it's reading, gardening, or painting, can be a great way to unwind and reduce stress. Test your stress management now. Ask yourself, when life gets tough, do you adapt and move forward? Or do you hold on to worry and let stress take control? If you find yourself often overwhelmed or stuck in negative thought patterns, it might be time to explore stress relief strategies. So, here's the 6th sign of how long you'll live after 70. Check how you manage stress. Are you able to stay calm and find solutions when challenges arise? Or does stress take a toll on your health? Stress management is key not just to your mental well-being, but to your physical health and longevity. Sign 7, social connections. The last sign that can predict how long you'll live after 70 might surprise you. It's not about diet, exercise, or even sleep. It's about human connection. Our relationships play a huge role in how we age. Studies have shown that strong social ties, whether through family, friends, or community involvement, can lead to a longer and healthier life. On the other hand, loneliness and isolation are linked to higher risks of heart disease, depression, cognitive decline, and even early mortality. Why do social connections matter for longevity? Social interaction doesn't just make us feel good. It has direct effects on our physical health. Being socially connected helps lower stress levels, improve mood, and boost the immune system. When we engage with others, our bodies release oxytocin, a hormone that promotes well-being and reduces stress. Consider 2 women, Elena and Barbara. Both are 78 years old. Elena has an active social life. She stays in touch with old friends, participates in a local book club, and enjoys spending time with family. She looks forward to her conversations, laughs often, and feels a sense of connection to the people around her. Barbara, however, spends most of her time alone. She has lost touch with many of her friends over the years, and though she has family, she rarely reaches out. As the months pass, she starts to feel more isolated, her mood declines, and her overall health begins to suffer. The science behind social connections and longevity. Research consistently shows that loneliness is linked to early mortality. In fact, studies have found that loneliness can be as harmful as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. But the good news is, strengthening your relationships can have a positive impact on your health. When you stay socially engaged, your brain remains active, your stress levels decrease, and your body releases chemicals that promote overall well-being. This sense of belonging and connection can help you live a longer, healthier life. How to strengthen your social connections. 1. Reach out to old friends. Even a simple phone call or message can rekindle an important connection. 2. Join a group, whether it's a book club, hobby group, or religious community. Engaging with people who share your interests is a great way to stay socially active. 3. Spend time with family. Make it a priority to spend meaningful time with those you care about, whether it's through a weekly dinner, a day out, or just chatting. 4. Volunteer or get involved in your community. Helping others can not only make you feel good, but also connect you with others who share your values. 5. Stay open to new connections. You don't have to be surrounded by a large group, but cultivating meaningful relationships is key. Even 1 or 2 close friends can have a major impact on your well-being. Test your social connections now. Think about your relationships. Are you spending enough time with loved ones? Do you feel connected to others, or have you started withdrawing from social activities? If you've noticed yourself becoming more isolated, it's time to take action and reach out to others. So, here's the seventh and final sign of how long you'll live after 70. Check your social connections. Are you surrounded by people who care about you? And do you engage with them regularly? If not, it's time to make social connections a priority. Whether it's reaching out to friends or joining a community, staying connected can help ensure that you live longer, healthier, and happier years. All right, so now that you know these 7 signs, it's time to take action. Don't wait for a wake-up call. Start paying attention to your walking speed, your grip strength, your balance, your sleep, and even your appetite today. Just like how we take care of a car to keep it running smoothly, our bodies need regular care and attention to keep us going strong for years to come. Remember, it's never too late to make small changes that lead to big results. Whether it's taking a 10-minute walk, grabbing a healthier snack, or simply practicing a few balance exercises, every little step counts. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more tips to live a longer, healthier life. Share it with a friend or family member who could use a little inspiration, and let's grow this community together. You've got this. Let's walk through life with purpose, strength, and vitality. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and remember, small changes today, big rewards tomorrow.